But let's talk about this previous weekend. 2 weekends ago now, coming up on 2 weekends ago, MotoGP was in Balaton, first time in Hungary in a long time, well over 29 years, I believe. Let's just do a quick recap of what you guys thought about the sprint race and the main race, and this kind of overall how you thought the season has been, how you think the season's been going so far. Start with Tyson. Sorry.
Yeah, I quite frankly enjoyed the race. I was kind of excited for it, seeing as that they haven't ridden there in a while and no one really had experience. So I was like, this could be quite an entertaining one. Just everybody all over the place. I mean, the only part that wasn't sort of entertaining, I guess, was Mark just being Mark and just effortlessly stomping on the rest of the grid. Like I feel bad kind of for like the rest of the guys. Like, I mean, I know they're the best in the world, but like at the same time, it's like, he's like on the same bike as you guys. But I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I know some people were quite concerned with like the safety and stuff like that with the track, which I understand to a degree, but if your concern is safety, you should get in a car. Like, you're riding bikes. Like, there's risk. Like,
come on, man. There's no one in the writers' meeting talking about Loudon.
I mean, there's a risk. Yeah, Loudon's sketchy. Like, that is a sketchy track, to be fair. And I mean, we all would like it to be safer and stuff like that, but they're at the top of their game. It's a tier 1 track to a degree, like it is what it is. But yeah, that Anea crash was pretty sketch. Like, yeah, they should probably work on that corner. But yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah, no, there's no perfect tracks, and
no,
I think if you grow up on that racetrack, you kind of you know what to do, what not to do, kind of thing. I think for me, Loudon was my first track, so I thought every track was like that. So it's just like it only gets better from here. So so I feel you. You know what I mean. And we'll talk about the track a little bit more, but Sir John. I guess is it cool just saying Sir John?
Yeah,
cool. What do you think of overall of the race, the sprint, and the main race? And I haven't asked you guys. I guess we'll find out. Who you guys are rooting for, if you guys are rooting for anyone. But what did you think of the races?
No, I think the race was beautiful. One is interesting again because they don't have the knowledge. It's a new track to everyone that was on grid. So that was pretty awesome to see who can adapt, who that track favors, their riding style, who's going to, be able to adapt the quickest. Of course, it favors a lot of Marquez's, what he loves, his riding style, so it was kind of one of those like, okay, well, who's going to go chase him? So to see honestly Bez, Bisecki again out front, giving him a little bit of fire for the little bit of time that he did. That was a beautiful thing to do. I feel like that's huge for him as a rider and huge for the Aprilia team to see them out front. Definitely with Jorge coming back with the ride that he even did that weekend. That's just good news for them in the future if they can just continue to piece it together. So,
yeah, I agree. So let's talk a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about Honda. What do you guys think of what Honda finished? They look really well. They also signed back Luca and Mir. So, what are your thoughts on how Honda did? Tyson, you own a Honda, right? So I think
I do own a Honda.
So so you're a Honda fan. You like Honda, I like Honda too. What are your thoughts on how Honda did?
I think they're doing great. I mean, from where they were the last couple of years, I mean, this is obviously a huge step in the right direction. I mean, Luca Marini in 5th, was that in the main race? I think, was he 6th in the sprint as well? Something like that?
Yeah, I think something like that. Really well.
What was he? Mir was 6th. Good for Mir as well. Marini was 4th in the sprint.
Yep.
Even better. I mean, they're on the up and they're one of the premier teams. It's sucks when you see Yamaha or Honda. It's like seeing Ferrari at the bottom of the table. Like, everyone's heart hurts a little bit when they see that. So it's good to see them coming back up. Hopefully they can get some, more development in, maybe some different riders. We'll see. But
which brand did you just compare Honda to?
I mean, I wouldn't quite call them Ferrari, but like they are like they're just one of those sort of brands. They've always been there. Like they're huge. Like Ducati is the Ferrari of bikes, but like at the end of the day, when it comes to performance and like actual wins on the track, I'd say probably Honda's a little bit closer than Ducati,
right?
Unless it's Superbike.
Fair enough. They have the same dominance that Ferrari did and stuff like that. And you know, that's huge. We'll talk a little bit more about that. What are your thoughts, Sir John, about Honda? How they're doing? I know you have a Yamaha, so I don't know how much of a Honda fan you are.
I mean, I don't really have issues at a Honda, so I don't mind giving them some praise. As long as they stay behind me, we're good. But I feel like one is great because you got Luca Marini, which is honestly, he's a good rider. And I questioned his desire to go to Honda, knowing Honda was in their rebuild, trying to figure out life's phase. So it was good to see some hope this season, to see a couple of rounds ago, Zarco be able to put the Honda out front, then seeing them actually finish races, like the Hondas are finishing races. Like when they start finishing races consistently, that to me is a good sign. Then you can start climbing your way up the ladders, running to placement where you're finishing at and stuff like that. So I think that was a good round for them as well, with their riders finishing as good as they did.
Yeah. What are you guys' thoughts on Zarco before we moved on? I mean, it seems like his candle was the best at the French Open and is kind of just coming down. Honda did sign him, or LCR did sign him for 2 years. So he will be on the new bikes for 27. What are you guys' thoughts on Zarco?
I mean, he definitely has had a great season, I guess, in general, compared to previous seasons. But, I mean, the bike's tough. He did a great job with that win. It certainly petered off, but, he's still on a Honda, I'd say.
So do you agree with what he's saying, Sir John? And also, do you think it's Zarco, the tracks that they're going to now, the bike, or it's just sometimes riders just do better? Like to quote Lewis, your home track gives you half a tenth or something like that.
No, honestly, I feel like it's all of that. One, it's your home track, so ideally that's the track that you're most comfortable at. But also psychologically, that's the track where you have the most pressure because it is your home track. So like it's good to see him actually do great at that track. As far as everything else, I mean, I feel like, and this isn't a knock to Zarco, but it's typical Zarco riding. He's gonna have flashes of speed. He's gonna get close to winning a race or win a race a season. Like that's just what he does. And he can ride anything you put him on. But he's never. I won't say he's never. He just hasn't shown that he's the consistent threat throughout a season, but he will show you a flash of like, damn, that kid can ride, so I think it's Zarco. And again, he's right now, honestly, I think he's helping. The data that Honda can get from him riding and in those flashes is excellent for them to continue to build the bikes for the Luca Marini and Mir, take his data, use it for them. Cause obviously I feel like that's their, stallions for Honda right now by choice. So,
and do you guys think that Honda made the right decision? And essentially, I mean, they're keeping all their riders. Well, again, Zarco got 2 years, but Marini and Mir got a year. The only new guys coming, I think, was Diego coming in for replacing Samcat on LCR. Do you think that's a good look for Honda? What they're doing?
Diego Moreira.
Yeah, he's signed for next year.
Oh, he did. I thought that was a rumor, but I mean,
I gotta guess you're right. It might be a rumor, but I thought I saw.
I have no idea if that's actually a rumor or not. I just thought I saw it come across my feed, kind of deal. But I mean, consistency is probably key for them, especially in this stage in their development. Like, I wouldn't be tossing out all of your riders for new riders at this point. Like, the bike was good. They're at a similar situation, or Ducati had a year or two ago. Sure, switch up the riders. Bring people in, keep one person. But this stage, they need consistency to develop that data and make their bikes better. Like you just adding more and more variables to the equation isn't helping anybody or your bike. But Diego Moreira seems to be, another prodigy to a degree. So like, it doesn't hurt like him or Samcat. Like I don't think that's going to hurt them in any way. It probably, frankly, will help them. But
Great. What are your thoughts, Sir John?
I Honda's a question mark for me right now. And it's just like they're doing good and they're doing a lot better. I just want and hope that their team is putting forth the effort to one, keep these riders safe. Because for a long time that bike is really unrideable unless you were Marc Marquez, and even when you were Marc Marquez, it will still try to eat you alive. So as long as they keep themselves with the development as to developing a rideable bike, I feel like they will be okay. The riders, I mean, I feel like they're taking a gamble with the hopes that the team will do the work and the effort to get a solid contender of a bike. And then they can now showcase their skills on that bike. And now they can maybe, pick up that fallen angel of Honda and become like the rider to start putting it on podiums and doing this stuff. Now they got the media, well, not the media for that point, but they got the presence of like, hey, like the Marc Marquez and Honda era is over. Let's talk about the Luca Marini and the Juan Mir of Honda now, because we stuck with it through the trenches for us to get good again. So it's a little shaky for me. I think honestly, Honda's gonna maybe do something, and Yamaha, in 2027 when they switch to the 850s or 800s.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's when they're going to become back competitive again. So you just got to make it through the rest of this season and next year.
Yeah, I agree. And Tyson, you're right. I think it's just hearsay right now. I couldn't find anything confirming Diego moving yet. But it looks like it may happen, but it's not confirmed yet.